Hello and a warm witchy welcome to Ceridwen's Corner of Crime, Cold Case and Mysteries. Today we're going to be talking about the case of this beautiful, handsome, wonderful soul, Ryan Singleton, whose life was tragically taken at the young age of 24. Through my online research, the information surrounding Ryan's death that I have found is the following. His body was found decomposing in a desert, following being missing for approximately 2 months, 74 days. 2 hikers or joggers come across his body. His organs, heart, kidneys, liver, lungs and eyes were missing. When Ryan was 21 years old, he left Atlanta and went to New York to pursue his dreams. He had opportunities such as being able to walk in New York fashion runway in a pair of wonderful gold shorts. He also had opportunities in film production, and all his dreams were definitely coming true for him. Ryan also found love, and he married a celebrity stylist called Keith Brewster, who has been a stylist to stars such as Beyonce. But unfortunately, the relationship did run into difficulties, and eventually Ryan did leave his husband. At some point, Ryan moved back home, where Ryan had mentioned to his mother some strange comments, such as, "Something bad is going to happen to me, isn't it?" And mentioned, "I have done a lot of things to hurt a lot of people." His mother never ever actually found out what those statements meant, or didn't get to the bottom of why Ryan felt those things. We are now going to look at the timeline on and around Ryan's death in July of 2013. Ryan made a decision to go back to Los Angeles, and he made plans to go to Las Vegas and hired a rental car. We do know that Ryan's car had broken down in Death Valley, and Highway Patrol had picked him up and took him to the nearest gas station. We know that Ryan contacted a friend to pick him up, but upon his friend arriving, Ryan wasn't there, and it seemed like he had vanished, and following that, a missing report had been put in. We also know that there was a phone call that Mum received from Ryan, and also another phone call she received from Ryan's estranged husband, allegedly. So Ryan had called his mother asking her to send $100 via Western Union, and Mum says that she received a phone call from Ryan's estranged husband saying that Ryan had called him and seemed to have been drinking / intoxicated, and that Ryan's life could potentially be in danger, allegedly. So 74 days later, Ryan's body was sadly found in the Californian desert. To this day, the manner and cause of death has been classed as undetermined due to advanced decomposition. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of questions left unanswered, no closure for the family. So I am going to be undertaking a psychic session. So with that said, this is my disclaimer for the whole of the video. This is for respectful entertainment purposes only, and this is not based on fact. This is my spiritual perspective and perception only. Please do your own research and draw upon your own conclusions, and please do not spread any hate following this video. So with that said, we will now commence. Okay, so we're just going to start the scrying session. We're going to light some candles here to bring the energy in. We also have some wonderful incense to help with the communication with spirit as well. I've done some meditation before I started this session so I could connect in with spirit and allow that flow of energy to come through. So let's have a look. So can you please help me, spirit, connect with the energy of the situation surrounding Ryan Singleton's disappearance from that gas station, and the situation surrounding Ryan's death. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm just going to start off using the scrying ball. This helps connect with the energy, with a backdrop of candlelight as well. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So the first thing I'm feeling is this was a murder. I feel that Ryan, I'm not getting harvesting the organs. Now I've picked up on that in other cases, but I'm not picking that up in this case. I feel the organs were part of nature. I'm also seeing and feeling that Ryan was in a conversation with some kind-hearted, what appeared to be a kind-hearted individual who was almost presenting themselves as being helpful, concerned. I'm also seeing that during this conversation that this individual gained Ryan's trust. I'm feeling that offering him some money, offering him food, and I'm also seeing as well that they're saying that they lived nearby and that it would, they would bring Ryan back to meet his friend. I'm feeling that this person is older than Ryan. I'm seeing the energy of, if Ryan, it seems like an older type car or vehicle, and I'm feeling that it's got like an open end back, so it could be some type of truck type vehicle. I'm also seeing that there is items in the truck, so I can see like piping, it almost feels like maybe some type of like hose, piping, shovels, that type of thing. And I'm feeling that Ryan accepted the offer from this gentleman. I don't believe that it come across as being sexual in any way. I just feel like Ryan felt this person wanted to help him. I feel that this person was actually a covert racist, but I'm also feeling that this person being liking and being attracted to males, but would never, ever, ever come out with it. I feel this is someone who has been angry with himself for being attracted to males. So this is someone who's just refused, whether this is through religion or something, they have refused, absolutely refused to accept the fact that they're attracted to males. I feel that this person took Ryan, drove him, and I feel that what I'm seeing is that there would be some type of hit to the head, and I'm also feeling as well like a strangulation. Suffocation, maybe more than strangulation, because I'm feeling this is like a hate crime is what I'm feeling, very much hate. I'm trying to get stronger energy of what I'm seeing, but I keep seeing like maybe flashes of like red on this truck. I'm also seeing at first they were sort of getting on and talking, and Ryan would just not have had any inkling that anything was going to be wrong with this guy. I don't think this is the first time either that this guy has done something like this. That seems to be, a strange theme in some of these cases where it's never just that lone attack. Definitely a covert racist energy I'm feeling. Somebody who has hidden attraction to males. I'm feeling religion, Christianity, potentially. I'm not saying that, they are, the right person in themselves, because I feel, again, we're talking about that hidden evil, but would present themselves as someone being maybe a little righteous. I feel that this person is very much someone who would have just all of a sudden snapped, is how I'm feeling. Just quick snapping, aggression. But I'm feeling like, I feel this person being angry that they were sexually aroused by him, even though the intent when picking Ryan up wasn't sexual. I feel he become sexually aroused by Ryan. Ryan not doing anything for that, but I just feel he then become really angry, really mad at himself. The fact that he could feel this, sense this, attraction. Yeah, why did you pick Ryan up? What was it about Ryan which made you pick him up? I need to see why. It feels like there was this intent to teach Ryan a lesson. It just feels like it's a racially motivated attack. But equally, then when he's with Ryan, got this sexual attraction, and I just feel that it was teaching Ryan a lesson. He didn't like him being around that area. He it's definitely hate. But like I said, this person has a lot of built up hate in them. It was definitely a hate crime, and I think, like I said, I do feel the hit to the head. I feel like the suffocating energy. And then I just feel what he did was abandoned him in the desert. But I do feel he got aroused as well by the whole thing. I really do feel aroused by Ryan's body. So it's like a combined thrill that this guy had. And I think it's an atrocity that the investigation has gone as cold as it is, because this person would definitely be known in the community. I feel like, he's a heavy tobacco smoker. I'm feeling is someone that, he has he's white. I do feel that he is white. I'm feeling, I do feel like now I'm feeling sort of like a thinnish, drawn in face. And I don't know whether like he's grown his hair since this point, but it feels like scraggly hair. And I feel it would be having sort of salt and pepper effect at this point. So then I don't feel his hair looked like this, but it feels like sort of scraggy. He's got a thinnish face, heavy tobacco smoker. He's somebody who I feel would be divorced, could be quite a loner, would a heavy drinker as well. I feel he would like sort of like spirits, would come across as like a man's man image. He would want to present himself as that image. Okay, so let's have a look at some cards and see. I would say this guy got an alcohol problem. I would say he's known to like local bars. He doesn't like strangers. He's quite paranoid as well. Okay, there is, we've got there, I feel that more so representing here the death, the energy going, moving in that remote area. And like I said, this person I feel has got he's got into fights, he's got into bar fights, he's got into different fights, he's got an anger issue. So he would have like a criminal record known to the community for getting into fights or having anger issues or verbal fights, drinking heavy, probably getting on with his day-to-day work, but then would easily go to the bars for a drink. This, I feel, is the energy of all that emotion and the sadness around the situation. And the rainbow, it signifies to me that Ryan, you know, he is a beautiful soul, and, you know, he is at peace. And he thinks of his mum. That rainbow is Ryan over his mum's life. And the other thing as well, with this being temperance as well, you know, I'm mentioning like the alcohol and the drinking. It feels like, to me, I just feel the symbolising in the cards of what this perpetrator is like. I keep getting Jack, but I think that's to do with Jack Daniels, potentially whiskey. It could be a name, but generally I won't say a name when I feel it because I don't want to cause speculation. But maybe it's more so to do with the drink. So thank you, Spirit. Can you show us some energy here? So it feels to me that when I'm looking at this, it was definitely Ryan got in his vehicle and they were meaning to drive somewhere, like I said. So I feel that Ryan just trustingly took the lift, feeling he was just a nice guy. Here we go. There's the devil energy. So straight away here we're feeling, see, toying with people's lives. He was like puppeteering the situation with Ryan. There was an anger, hate, resentment. Then here, this is showing like that graveyard energy. It was like, I feel he wanted to teach Ryan a lesson, but that anger and rage just coming out and just, here we go. It's like that judgment on the situation where it's battling between, like, see that positive and negative energy. So this person's impulse just completely took over. And even looking, when I'm looking at this card here with the, it's again those smoke and mirrors. And I keep getting drawn to the fact that even though I feel there was a lot of strange goings-ons around Ryan, because I do feel that he did see a lot of bad things in LA and New York. I think there was a lot that he knew, and I do feel that there were some strange things happening. I feel that he had seen a lot of despicable stuff going on. And I would say a lot of type of like orgy type situations, which is part of some of the conspiracy stuff. But this, I feel, is separate to that. It seems like Ryan's life has got all different layers and weird things happening, the car breaking down, and then this guy, and then, you know, the stuff that was going on with, you know, what he was coming away from in LA and so on. He felt like he had seen a lot of stuff go down. But I just don't feel these things are connected to one another. I feel it's all very separate. And I do get that sense that what I'm feeling is he was intoxicated when he got in that car with this other guy. He had had a drink. He was intoxicated, which then again, your judgment is going to be less sharp, isn't it, around, you know, being alerted to any type of danger. I feel that there was some type of like, this guy had a metal pole. And then I feel like he was offering money. So like, you know, saying to Ryan, look, you know, come and have something to eat. We'll go, you know, to a bar, you know, give you some money. I just feel that type of like luring him. And like I said, this is all about this guy self-despises. He hates himself. He hates the true self for what he is. And that's what I feel. He drove him away. And I feel the attack was quite swift. Getting that sense of like justice from it. That's how he felt, this guy. Like, you go, that's him. This is what I feel. And see, the longer hair, white, and you know, that could even sort of have a little bit of a right description with this guy. So maybe a little bit of stubble, like lightish hazily eyes maybe, and then that sort of mixed colour hair, scraggly I feel at the moment. And that's who I feel. People know this guy for his drunkenness and his temper. And then I feel took his life. Just took his life. I don't feel like he took any type of souvenirs or anything from the scene. I feel he just like left him there. And then justice is not being served. It is not happening. I feel this person has sort of just got away with it all. Just carrying on. But the police, if the police had really looked into it all, they, you know, they may have possibly found that perpetrator, because he is local. He's been to that gas station on more than one occasion, you know. He knows the area. And that there is representing to me. So this here is him being attracted and then hating himself for being attracted. He is just another despicable person. I feel his drinking has got a lot heavier since this happened, but I do feel he has done racially motivated attacks before. So that's what I'm feeling with this. I'm going to sort of close it down because I feel this is the amount of information that I have. I don't want to go into like any type of like emotionally upsetting details, but he just went nuts, this guy. And I just feel with the conditions of the desert, I just feel that many things on Ryan was overlooked or dismissed, but there were injuries to him. So yes, so it's a very sad case again. So I just wanted to finish off by saying thank you all for supporting, subscribing and liking. You've all made this community so positive. Bright blessings from Ceridwen, wherever you are across the world, morning, noon or night. Bye.